NIPUN Bharat scheme. NIPUN Bharat scheme is a scheme that focuses on improving the analytical, mathematical and reading capacity or skills of the cognitive skills related to analytical, mathematical and reading skills of the students at primary and secondary level. Okay, so that is NIPUN Bharat scheme. Another important thing is that India is going to take part in 2021 PISA assessment. Okay, PISA assessment is done to assess the reading, mathematical and comprehension skill for the students aged between 3 to 15. ठीक है, और from India, Navodaya Vidyalayas and Kendriya Vidyalayas are going to be the part of this assessment scheme. Now, why in news? Because Ministry of Education has launched NIPUN scheme, that is National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading and Understanding and Numeracy. Reading skill, analytical skill and numeracy. तो इन तीनों एस्पेक्ट्स को एड्रेस करती है ये स्कीम टू इम्प्रूव द क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन या आउटकम ऑफ एजुकेशन एट द बेसिक लेवल. ठीक है, इट एम्स टू कवर द लर्निंग नीड्स ऑफ चिल्ड्रन फ्रॉम एज बिटवीन 3 to 9 years. ठीक है, प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी. ओके, सॉरी प्राइमरी. ओके, ये तो प्राइमरी हुआ, राइट. विल इंश्योर दैट एवरी चाइल्ड अचीव्स competencies reading, writing and numeracy by the end of grade 3. मतलब थर्ड क्लास के एंड तक पहुंचते पहुंचते एवरी चाइल्ड इज एबल टू डू द बेसिक डिविजन्स, बेसिक सम्स, बेसिक न्यूमेरिकल क्वेश्चंस लाइक मल्टीप्लिकेशन, सम, डिवीजन. ओके, रीड, उसका रीडिंग स्किल्स इंप्रूव हो. और अंडरस्टैंडिंग राइटिंग इज अ स्किल दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ठीक है, इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड समथिंग वेल देन यू कैन राइट वेल. ओके, so that is why it is very important that when you are studying something, this is not only for the kids of up to 3rd grade, for everyone, for us as well. When you are trying to read something, try to understand it, because when you try to understand, then only you can be able to write a good answer in your mains. Otherwise you will be left hanging with some kind of facts, some kind of information that you might not be able to put you might not be able to put in a fashion that attracts good marks. Okay, that is why it is very good to understand. And when you are trying to understand something, make use of flow charts, block diagrams. Okay, that helps a lot. So coming back, why this scheme? What is the need of this scheme? Now I have taken 2 charts to demonstrate the need of this scheme. The first one is percentage of children who can correctly solve numerical divisions in different grades. Numerical divisions in division matlab, of course division matlab, like this is an example of division. 619 divided by 6. This is the example of numerical division. Okay, this was an example used by PISA assessment. That is why I brought it here. ठीक है, so percentage of children who can correctly solve numerical divisions in different grades. You can see that in grade 6th, okay, in 2018 in grade 6 only 34.7% of students can solve a numerical division of this nature accurately. मतलब around 70%, okay, around 70% of the students have failed to correctly solve a numerical division of this nature while they were studying in grade 6th. Similarly, in 7th standard, 39% students have correctly solved. In 8th standard, 43.9%. Of course, with the increasing standards, the numerical abilities are improving. But this is not very positive outcome. Okay. So this assessment was done by ASER. That is a report that was released by Pratham NGO. Pratham is an NGO that works in the field of primary education and मतलब basic education के sector में काम करती है ये NGO. इनकी एक annual report आती है, annual survey of education report. Okay, it is a survey based report. Survey based report मतलब they take samples and they prepare a questionnaire and then they make a report on the basis of that questionnaire. Now second chart is about reading. This was about mathematical ability. Now reading and mathematical both. ठीक है, you can see that this color is I think it is red. Okay, red, reading at least standard second level. सेकेंड क्लास में स्टूडेंट है, उसकी रीडिंग एबिलिटीज विद टाइम कैसे, ओके, percent of all children in standard 5th who can at least read at standard 2 level and do basic arithmetic. Now this chart shows the presence of students who are in class 5 या 5th class में जो है, and their ability to read the second class book. 5th class में स्टूडेंट है और उसकी एबिलिटी सेकंड क्लास की बुक रीड करने की. तो 56 2008 को छोड़ दें, 2016 को देखें तो 47.9 एंड 2018 को देखें तो 15.3. दैट मींस एक, अगर इंडिया का हम पूरा एक ओवरऑल बैच ले लें जो कि 5th क्लास में है, उस पूरे बैच में से आधे ही बच्चे हैं जो कि सेकंड क्लास की बुक को पढ़ के समझ सकते हैं. पढ़ के समझ सकते नहीं, पढ़ सकते हैं. कॉम्प्रिहेंशन इज अ डिफरेंट स्किल, रीडिंग इज अ डिफरेंट स्किल, राइटिंग इज अ डिफरेंट स्किल, एंड एनालिटिकल या मैथमेटिकल कॉम्पिटेंसी इज अ डिफरेंट स्किल. दे कैन रीड, नॉट डेफिनेटली कॉम्प्रिहेंड. ओके, वो पढ़ के समझ सकते हैं कि नहीं, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग. रीडिंग की एबिलिटी जो है 50.3%. नाउ परसेंटेज एबल टू डू अ डिविजन इन 2018. ओके, अ स्टूडेंट हु वाज इन स्टैंडर्ड 5, है ना, and he could not do, only 27.8% of 5th class students were able to do a second class ka numerical correctly. That shows a sad state of affairs in the primary education sector in India. And moreover, this is the mathematical skills and reading skills are poorer for the rural area students as compared to the urban areas. ठीक है, so that is why now you have understood why there should be a need of scheme that specifically focuses on the numerical, reading and comprehension skills of a child. Now what are the features of NIPUN? It is being launched as a part of National Education Policy 2020. Okay, it is of course being launched as a part of National Education Policy 2020. It will focus on providing access and retaining children इन फाउंडेशनल ईयर्स. जो फाउंडेशनल ईयर्स में एजुकेशन होती है, दैट इज द एजुकेशन दैट डिसाइड्स द फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ अ चाइल्ड. ठीक है, क्योंकि जो कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट होता है चाइल्ड का, जो ब्रेन का डेवलपमेंट होता है चाइल्ड का, और जो इंटरेस्ट और न्यूमेरिकल एबिलिटीज और मोस्ट ऑफ द कॉग्निटिव एबिलिटीज का डेवलपमेंट दैट टेक्स प्लेस ड्यूरिंग द फाउंडेशनल ईयर्स फ्रॉम 5 to like 0 to 12, 13, 14, 15. ओके, तो फाउंडेशनल ईयर्स को इंप्रूव करना, वहां पे लर्निंग एबिलिटीज एंड लर्निंग आउटकम्स को इंप्रूव करना बिकम्स द प्राइम फोकस ऑफ द होल एजुकेशन सिस्टम. ठीक है, अब इसका सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट टीचर कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग भी है. ओके, टीचर एजुकेशन. ओके, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ हाई क्वालिटी एंड नाउ यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. Okay, use of technology, use of videos, use of photographs, use of charts, use of other pedagogic tools to improve the learning outcomes of the students. That is also a part of NIPUN scheme. Okay, and other one is tracking the progress. Examinations, contemporary examinations are not the right method of tracking the progress. Okay, they are only a normative prescription that tell us ki what how well has a student performed in a 3-hour test. Okay, they are not necessarily the assessment of knowledge, assessment of cognitive skills that the student might have gained throughout the year. Okay, so that is why अब implementation कैसे होगा? Implementation 5 tier system है. The first one is national level, state level, district level, block level and school level. इन सारे लेवल्स पे, इन सारे लेवल पे 5 tier mechanism under समग्र शिक्षा. Now समग्र शिक्षा क्या है? समग्र शिक्षा was implemented. ठीक है, समग्र शिक्षा it is also important. समग्र शिक्षा, okay. समग्र शिक्षा has 3 components. It actually subsumed the existing 3 schemes and formed a new scheme called Samagra Shiksha. Samagra Shiksha tries to holistically address the whole, it tries to see school as a unit. Okay, it tries to see school as a unit of development of a child. Okay, now how does it see a school as a unit of development? Basically, सबसे पहले तो सर्व शिक्षा अभियान, ओके, सर्व शिक्षा अभियान, आरएमएस राष्ट्रीय माध्यमिक शिक्षा अभियान, ठीक है, एंड टीचर एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम. These are the components of Samagra Shiksha. Now, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is about primary level of education. Primary level. Now, primary level of education पे main aim क्या था? To increase the enrollment ratio. ठीक है? अब increase the enrollment ratio को कैसे? By provision of food and other midday meal schemes and all. ठीक है? तो सबसे पहले तो ये था कि सर्व शिक्षा अभियान में we have to bring students to the schools, है ना? And we have to take the schools to the students. Now, RMSA means राष्ट्रीय माध्यमिक शिक्षा अभियान. तो this was about the secondary level. Okay, प्राइमरी, फिर सेकेंडरी, उसके बाद हायर सेकेंडरी. ठीक है, तो 0 to 5 या 1 to 5 इज प्राइमरी, 5 to 8 इज सेकेंडरी, एंड 9 to 12, ठीक है, क्या है, हायर सेकेंडरी या अपर सेकेंडरी. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट समग्र शिक्षा अभियान, this is based on the convergence of all these schemes, ठीक है, into one scheme that tries to address the whole issue of child development holistically. ठीक है, by subsuming the सर्व शिक्षा अभियान, RMSA राष्ट्रीय माध्यमिक शिक्षा अभियान, and the teacher education as well into one unit, so that one entity can focus on 3 of them and a single point of convergence can be obtained. ठीक है. Now, a special package for foundational literacy and numeracy. Foundational literacy and numeracy मतलब of course foundational years में जो literacy मतलब reading skills, writing skills, okay, and numeracy मतलब mathematical skills का development under the NIShtha scheme. NIShtha scheme is another very important scheme by the Ministry of Education that is going to take care of the ट्रेनिंग ऑफ द टीचर्स. ओके, टीचर्स को ट्रेन करना स्पेसिफिक पेडागोगिक मेथोडोलॉजी पे, सो दैट दे कैन इंप्रूव द लर्निंग आउटकम्स ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स. ओके, इज बीइंग डेवलप्ड बाय NCERT, a special package to develop the special skills of teachers so that they can impart better education to the children in the foundational years, is being developed by NCERT. Now, what are the expected outcomes? Improving the analytical, numeracy and reading skills, reducing the dropout rate, of course, improving pedagogy. Pedagogy means the method of teaching, and thereby learning outcomes. Learning outcomes ko improve karna. Inculcating technology in education and helping the students from disadvantaged sections through, of course, by bringing RMSA and Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan into one point of convergence. So that was all about the scheme, NIPUN Bharat. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section.